VPOSA, welcome back to another video. In this one, we'll be doing a review of a laptop. It's been a while since we reviewed a laptop, so just be taking you guys through the features, the specs of this specific model, as well as whether you should consider it here in Kenya in 2024 and beyond. So by the end of the video, you'll be able to decide whether this is a good laptop for you or if you should go for something else. So without wasting any more time, let us begin. Now this is the HP 840 G8 laptop. The specific model is the Core i7 11th gen model, and it was released back in 2020. And yeah, this video is going out in 2024. So in terms of the specs, again, I said it comes with the Core i7 1165G7 processor. You can also get it in a Core i5 configuration, which will be slightly cheaper. And I'll just show you how it looks on the outside. So it's quite sleek, not the sleekest, but in terms of just how light it is, it's not that heavy. It's quoted in at around 1.48 kgs, which isn't that heavy for most people. And on this side here, you have your normal type A USBs as well as the microphone jack. This is a smart card. If you work for a big company and they have additional security features, they might give you a card which you'd have to insert here just for access purposes. And on this other side, you get now the AC power adapter as well as the HDMI and two USB type C ports, which can also be used for charging. Aside from that, it's a simple laptop, nothing much else going on. And this model is a refurbished model, excuse me, it's not a new one. And in terms of how it looks inside, this is how it looks. You can see that the keys are spill resistant, as well as they have a backlight, which will just show you when we turn it on. It also does come with a fingerprint reader here, and it features the Bang & Olufsen sound system with stereo speakers. Now this model is a touchscreen model, but it's not a X360 model. You know, the X360 models are the ones that you can turn completely 360. This one is just a normal one. And let's just fire it up and see how it behaves. So for the i7 model, I'm sure also the i5, given it's the 11th generation, they do start up quite fast. It's not like the olden day machines which used to take some time to start, and you can see how fast that one just came on. And let me just adjust this camera and we'll just continue with the video. Okay, so here are the specs of the laptop, and I made a mistake. I had stated that this is the 1165G7, whereas it's actually the 1185G7, which is just a bit of a step up from the 65G7. So if you're going to buy this laptop, you might find some models going for slightly cheaper than others. We'll discuss the price a bit later, but just keep in mind you are also to consider the type of processor that it's running. Generally, higher spec processor will be more expensive than the lower specs, and that will lead to the variance in price. So just keep that in mind. For the RAM, this one comes with 16 GB, and you can upgrade it all the way to 64 GB, or you can just buy it with up to 64 GB. And yeah, basically that is it. It doesn't have a lot of other things to consider. It features the Windows 11 Pro for this specific model, and yeah, it's also a touch screen. So if I just close it here, I can close it here, I can open my Chrome browser there by just tapping. And you can also get this in a non-touch screen configuration, so that's something else to consider. If you find that the price that has been quoted is a bit cheaper, just keep that in mind. And aside from that, the memory is DDR4, as with most modern machines. think the DDR3 ended with the 6th or 7th gen, if I'm not wrong. And in terms of the graphics, this one features an integrated Intel Iris Xe graphics, and for the screen it's a 14-inch screen. And for the storage, if you just come here to my computer, so you guys here to now this PC, let's go to this PC. You can see here this is 280 plus 185. This one is a total of 512 GB, which has been partitioned into two. So it does come with sufficient storage for most people's needs. And again, you can use the touch screen if you prefer, or you can just use the navigation pad, which is so. Aside from that, I'd say this is quite a capable laptop. Again, in 2024 we are in the 14th gen of processors, so this isn't the fastest laptop out there, but it does provide quite good performance, especially in 2024. Let's say up to 2028, I'd say, because guys are still buying the 8th generation models, which came out way back, I think in around 2017. So if you're going to shop for a laptop and then you find that the price is quoted at around 30 to 40,000 and somebody's telling you it's an i7 processor, just keep in mind they are likely selling you an old generation model. So we'll do another video just showing you guys what to consider when shopping for a laptop here in Kenya, because if you were to go here to our browser and just type laptop Kenya, laptops Kenya, you know, there are quite a number of options. You'd be spoilt for choice, and there's a lot that you'd need to consider when just shopping for a laptop here in Kenya. So that's just something that we'll do another video on, just to educate you guys on how you can easily buy a laptop, because there are just so many options and it can quite easily get confusing depending on what exactly you want to get the laptop for. So I'll just give you what to consider, things to think about, and just how to make your life quite easy, because again, it is quite confusing because there's just so much going on in the Kenyan laptop space. There's so many players, there's so many options, so you can quite easily get confused. So aside from that, I don't think I've left out any other major feature. Now, as I said, it also comes with a webcam. Let me just tilt up this camera, which is here. And the good thing is, now this one comes with the hide function. You remember how guys used to put like some sellotape here, transparent tape, so that like opaque tape, so that somebody doesn't see you. Here you can just block it by turning this switch. Now this is blocked, this one here is on, and you can use it. So that's just a handy feature that most new laptops come with. And again, you can just use your touch to close any of the windows or just to navigate the PC. And I'd say the touch is just quite it's just a convenient feature to have in 2024 and beyond. And again, you'll find yourself paying a bit extra for that. Now for the price, this specific model goes for 78,000. Again, depending on where you buy it, it might range from 78 all the way to around 80 or thereabout. Remember, this is the touch version that comes with the highest spec i7 processor, the 85G7 as opposed to the 65G7. So if you do see a cheaper model for this HP G8, just be sure to confirm the processor it's using, because again, as we said, the more expensive the processor, or most likely the more higher specs it comes with. And because I've seen these ones in the market going for anywhere from 50 Gs all the way to 120. This is a refurbished model, meaning it's not brand new. Again, we'll just do another video where we'll be discussing what to consider when shopping for a laptop, and we'll discuss a new laptop versus a used laptop versus a refurbished laptop, what's the difference and all that. So just keep an eye out for that. And it's been in use for a few months. The battery life lasts quite long, around 6 to 7 hours depending on what you're doing. If the more you use it, the shorter time that it lasts. But so far no complaints, especially being a refurb. It did have a few scratches here and there because again it's a refurb, it's not a new machine, but that isn't a deal breaker considering the hardware it comes with as well as the performance that it provides. So if you're in the market for a laptop and you just want something simple, something just to serve you for the next 5 years, I'd highly recommend this HP 840 G8. Again, we said it ranges between 70 to 8,000 depending on where you buy it. And if you just check for the prices here online, you can just check the HP 840 G8 i7. Let me specify 11th gen. Price okay. And yeah, you can see some guys are just selling it for 120,000, some guys are selling it for 183, some guys even selling it for 70,000. So again, the price varies. These guys are selling theirs for 60,000, and if we check, let's just see if it load. And now this one comes with a bigger screen, it's 15.6, and this one now just has the 8 GB RAM, whereas this model comes with the 16 GB option. This one features Windows 10, this one we're running comes with Windows 11. Let's just see if they have specified the type of processor that it uses. Some guys do not specify on the processor, so if they don't specify on the processor, you'd have to either call them or just message them before placing an order, because yeah, these guys, you see, they haven't specified the exact processor that this specific unit has. So just keep in mind when shopping for a laptop, that's something important that you'd need to discuss or to consider with the person who is selling the laptop to you. Just close this tab. Let's just check another guy if they have given us more details of the specs. So this guy is saying theirs is the 14-inch, it comes with the Core i7. Now this one is the 1165 G7. So you see this one is 75 Gs, and you say that this model is the 1185 G7. So that one will go for around 80 to 80 Gs there, and 90. So again, prices of laptops vary quite high in the market, and for the high-end laptops, if you're talking about 60 Gs and above, this is where most of the sellers make their profit from. So you might find somebody adding a margin of 10,000, 20,000 depending. So that's why the prices tend to vary. I'll leave a number of a guy that I've been dealing with, and I can vouch for them if you're interested in getting a laptop here in Kenya, and you can use their services. So if you've used this specific model and you've come across any issues, be sure to comment down below just to help anyone who is in the market and considering buying this model. But personally, haven't encountered any challenges. Continue using the laptop. In case of anything, I'll just let you guys know. But for now, the next video that we'll be releasing is how to shop for a laptop or a desktop here in Kenya in 2024 and beyond. We had another video a while back, but you know how technology changes so fast. Just want to do an update just to show you guys what you need to consider. So we come to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe and share this video with anyone who's shopping for a laptop here in Kenya, just to make their life easy, because it can be quite a challenge when you don't know where to start or how to go about it. So thanks so much again for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.